All right, good to go. What's up, everybody? It's like I'm missing my glasses. Give me 1 second so that I am not blind. Love you. See you in the morning. All right, sorry about that. Let me get my glasses. All right. All righty. What's up, Nick? What's up, Tesh Music? Mike? What's going on, everybody? Those of you guys popping in here on TikTok, we are live on YouTube, so please feel free to hop in there if you guys would actually like to be able to see my screen. We're a little bit washed out here on this camera. There we go. That's a little bit better. And all requests will be taken on the YouTube channel or in the Discord. So you guys can leave those comments there. I would let everybody get hop in here. I see you guys with Lucid. We'll check on those in just a minute. There we go. All right, good to go. All right, should be cameras inverted. That's right. What's good, Sleep of Nature? Trying to connect my headphones really quick. All right. For some reason, that was not working. What's up? What's up, everybody? All right, you guys can hit the YouTube if you guys want. So if you guys are on YouTube right now, please feel free to leave your request in the Discord live trading as you usually would. And that way, there's no difference really. You just get to see my camera. So, let's see here. CMC.cn. Dude, first of all, CMCN.cn. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, I don't think of CMCCN. Yeah, I still don't have that on my chart. So I'm not really sure. If that was a crypto dude, I'm not a crypto guy, so if you're if you're talking to me about that, I have no idea. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the recap of today. Feel free to share this if you guys have anybody who wants to catch up on the news or just have their tickers charted. Let me go ahead and go live now. There we go. I'm just tweeting this out. All right, perfect. So we're just for a really quick recap here. On today, we saw the S&P up 0.92%, the Nasdaq up 1.41%, Russell up 1.05%. We saw the Dow up 0.51%, We actually saw Virgin Orbit Holdings took off a 31.3% to a post-merger highs after opening the launch window for its third commercial flight. We saw Energy ETF XLE up 3.4%, 3.4% after last week's pretty stellar performance. We also have Bitcoin. Looks like up about 2.1%. White House braces for brutal. Ooh, ooh. So, uh, okay, British. Okay, so just real quick, what's your point? Do you want a trophy? Is there something that you would like a reward, perhaps? Do you want a handwritten letter or apology from me? Uh, I'm sorry, dude. I don't know what you want. But anyway, I'm still talking. So anyway, each major index registered gains today. Nasdaq led the way. And then we're all gearing up for more comments from the federal chairman Jerome Powell at 8:30. Or not, excuse me. The market clicked into gear after the Fed Chairman Jerome Powell reaffirmed the central bank's attempt to keep inflation in check. But we also just saw from FX Edge that the White House is bracing for a brutal inflation. Um, yeah, right. Um, so anyway, they are bracing for a brutal inflation report. Uh, yeah, I'm not sure if this dude. I guess everybody in the chat. I, I I'm not sure what this guy wants, but apparently he needs something, some affirmation. I'm not sure. Still not even sure what CMC is. Celio Waste. Oh, you talk about the Canadian stock. The Canadian stock. He says. Oh, the one that's a penny stock. Oh, bro, come on, dude. That is hilarious. CMC, the penny stock at 23 cents, with that's been in a downtrend since it started in its existence. That's crazy. Well, congratulations. I hope you made some money, man. Um, other than that, guys, I think what we're awaiting tomorrow, economic data has got us looking forward into looks like the CPI data, Fed beige book, outlook on uh, the economic outlook of our country, Treasury budget, all coming in as of tomorrow. So those are going to be high impact, and we're going to find out at 8:30 Eastern time. So doing any type. So what we're going to be doing tonight, especially when you guys ask me to chart, we're going to be looking for key levels. That's going to be the most important thing here. Because those are going to be what matters the most, and oftentimes, sometimes the initial reaction is not actually what is going to come from it. You'll see a wick off, and then a bounce and a reversal, or you'll see a wick to the upside and then a reversal from there. So that is going to be a high impact trading data. So something to pay attention to. We'll be live for that tomorrow. So that way you guys can hang out with us. So Tesla, my friend, when you can, PRFT. Hey dude, thanks for what you do. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Do I have any check on Doge? I have not checked on Doge in a while. What are we bracing for? Your sweet loving. No, just kidding. We are bracing for Malhard. Can I look at Facebook? They lowered the expectation for CPI. That's funny. The problem is on sell. Whenever you comment on Discord, you get disconnected from YouTube. That's really weird. So anyway, that being said, we also don't really have any earnings to highlight except for the bank earnings kind of kicking off next week. So as we went over this Friday, we have major, the 14th, we have JPM, Wells Fargo, Citigroup, and First Republic Bank, BlackRock coming in, and then the rest of the earnings kind of kicking off 18th. There's a lag. Um, I apologize for that, guys. How far behind is the Discord? Let's see. That's not a terrible delay. Um. So yeah, short whatever Kathy Woods buys. Kathy's kind of she just buys PLTR is probably an extremely long thing. The Fed events calendar, that is briefing.com. That's in our important pages on Discord. So it's in the free part of our Discord. All right. So other than that, guys, that is going to be one of the key data points that allows us to move forward or pull back. So major catalyst coming there. And I think that it's important that we look at SPY. So before you guys even ask for any of these major ETFs, we're just going to look at them. So kicking it off with SPY, I want to show you guys the key level. I was shouting this all day long, letting you guys know the level that I was watching for, and it was actually 470. So I wanted a 470 retest, not quite there. Interesting setup. So this trend line is valid. That being said, we could go back down. This space right here could be taken advantage of, which would only raise expectations for me for the inevitable bounce. And I know that I talk about being a bear all the time. I just love shorting shit. That's it. Period. End of story. It's not like I think the market is going to completely dump. And honestly, if anybody ever tells you that they know the market is going to dump, they either about to go to jail from insider trading information, unless they're a Congress member, or they're full of shit. Because at the end of the day, most of these things can be seen, but it's hard to predict the velocity behind them. And not a lot of people have been through them. We've been through the crash of COVID and stuff like that. So we've seen some of the volatility that comes with that. So how am I feeling about our Neo call on the small account? I actually, just looking at Neo, I still believe Neo has extended downside, but we'll get into that in just a minute. We're going to keep going over SPY and stuff like that. And if you guys here on TikTok, if you guys are digging the stream, make sure to leave a like. And if you guys are wanting to actually see my screen and leave a request to have your tickers charted, because I'm going to be picking periodically and randomly from our YouTube as well, you guys can comment there, and that's the best chance for me to be able to see your guys' ticker. So, and I would appreciate the subscription if you guys have a YouTube and don't mind. So, alrighty. So looking at SPY, the key level 470, 9-day moving average still pointing down, whole ribbon indicator losing momentum. Today was a green day, but today was a low volume day. So look at how contrary the indicators are. And of course, we're not leaning on our indicators, because indicators are only meant for confirmation. But this was a relatively low volume run up. We did see a decent amount of volume coming in towards the end of the day, where we did see that hourly. And guys, I love the hourly EMAs. They're probably great. They're great for day trading. They're great for scalping. But that's where we ended up. So I expect either a further consolidation, or if it all depends. And that's why I'm just going to give you guys some key levels to watch out for. So to the downside tomorrow, we're going to be watching 469.25. And then directly below that, this level that we kind of held underneath, 460, 468, I think is also going to be a relatively key level. I do see a dynamic trend line that's likely to come into play at some point. So even if SPY heads back down to 468.50, bounces around somewhere in here, it could still give us room to the upside. One of those other key levels that I'm watching to the upside is 472.50. Once we break 472.50, I think we actually might see some green skies into 475 range. But anyway, that's SPY. And remember, if you guys ever want to, you guys can always screenshot or whatever the case may be. But I see, and I'm not going to call it a wedge yet, but it does kind of give off that rising wedge vibe. And we would be looking for a run up into the 485. So looking at the typical timing of a run up for SPY, if we were to run up, it could be anywhere from 480 to 485. So anyway, that's SPY. The Qs, not as great of a setup as you would like, but you did get a really, really great correction, a really nice bounce off of that 469.50, and then climbing up to what I would consider the trigger point. So right here, you can see this is the ceiling becomes the floor type of situation, where we're basically looking for our next leg up, 389.50. You can see a series of EMAs all forming up all at once, but you can also drop a line right there at that same mark, and you'll notice that this was a acting support for quite some time. So I will be watching for the cues to cross that 390 mark, and I did kind of show, obviously when I do these lines, it's not going to be a for sure projection because it's a line and not a candle. But that's what I'm looking for. So can we get a Roblox update? Absolutely. Can we please go over Microsoft? 100%. How am I feeling about? I still like Neo short. Yes. Resistance hit on the daily. If it opens up 468, we dumping. Big Mona. So I would prefer to gap up if we're gonna dump because I want the trajectory to head down for the gap fill. But I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. So we'll see. Shout out Atlanta Horn Cider. It smells like incense. Is this all dependent on what CPI report comes out? Yes, Bradley. This is yes. How does CPI affect the market? A lot of the times can send you hurtling down to your nearest support or soaring into your nearest resistance. So oftentimes there's some serious volatility connected with it. The link is in my bio. Those of you guys trying to get to Discord or YouTube to leave a request, please do that if you guys are looking. So. Why isn't Jeremy Hogan making an XRP video anymore on the settlement? Probably because this shit's dead. But when does the I do use the EMA crossovers, and when did the report drop? 8:30 Eastern time. Yeah, there's plenty of free stuff. How do you call people's gamers that you have a subscription for? If you're not going to take it to understand and just, I mean, I don't really care to explain to you because you obviously have your mindset. So just go. If you don't want an actual explanation, so yeah, there's literally a ton of free information for you to. You don't have to pay for any of my stuff, and I tell people constantly not to. So if you're new here, just maybe take a minute to kind of absorb what we got going on before you make a rash statement there. Um, besides the cues, I'm still looking for potential upside. Tomorrow, the trigger point tomorrow for downside will be 382. Um, so Bank of America. I got to go over that one really quickly because we took a downside position on it, and I know a lot of you guys are probably like, "What the fuck?" But I do really think after looking at it on the hourly and other time frames that we're probably, I still feel as if we have bearish intent. And with that being said, I maintain my short position, but I also acknowledge the fact that there is the $50 and I'm anticipating a $50 and 83 cents. So here's the deal. Above 49.35, I would honestly look at going long on Bank of America with volume. 49.60 long again, you could add to that and you look for maybe 51, but I would say 50-50, 50-25, obviously a decent level to look for. So watch Bank of America around those levels if we get a pop. Otherwise, this low right here, I would expect a flush down, and CPI data will have a lot to do with that. If by some chance in hell, Bank of America gaps up crazy in this range, you best believe I'm going to short it again. But it must die. You're right. It must. uh, some kind of weird modulation. How's my what time frames are on your top charts? What do you mean by that? Is the mic sound okay? Those of you guys on YouTube? I see a lot of requests, guys. Those of you guys on TikTok, again, please, if you guys want to leave a request and have your answers or questions answered, please leave those requests on our Discord, or excuse me, on our YouTube channel. The link is in the bio. Okay, so other than that, guys, we've got Roblox, which was a request here. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with that one, as I do have some analysis to give on Roblox. So Roblox, this one's a really great educational recap here, because those of you guys who were with us through and I know we're not going to really go over it too much because we don't really do the gloating thing, but it is what it is, a really good execution and just a really, really great example of gaps filling in their entirety. And with Roblox, it entered, broke into its gap, nice and clean, and flushed and almost bounced on the literal dot. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, it did. It did bounce off of the gap on the daily. So if you, in fact, we talked about this, y'all. We talked about where a good place to buy Roblox was, and lo and behold, there we go. We got a really nice move to the upside as of today. Now going to the hourly time frame, you'll notice that there is what appears to be a flag. That being said, I want to stay above $88 in order to see potential continuation to the upside. So I would set your levels as 89, 88. So set a level there, and you want to set alerts on all these levels. You also want to look at 87, or excuse me, $88, 87.98 below you. And again, you want to stay in this range and break to the upside. Now, also another thing worth noting here is if you draw this trend line, which this is a correction, this was caused by news. You'll notice that we're pretty far away from our downtrend. And oftentimes, if the resistance almost acts as like that magnet, you could expect Roblox to head back up. So what I'm looking at here, simple supply, demand to demand, supply to supply. So right now, if we have these levels marked out above us, there we go. So watch where I mark these levels. You can put those on your chart as well. Okay, so the levels above us, we have some pretty clean ones. It's $90. Above that, we have 91.80, 93, 93.41, and then 95 even. Now, each one of the really, really tough levels are going to come at 92.30, 93.60, and $95. But I do believe that through this bear flag, market willing, we will see a pullback to the upside. Now, let's erase all these lines and let's look at the potential for a pullback. What happens if we pull back? Well, that would honestly set me up to look for a bounce around the $84 and $85 range. Yo, Johnny Lee, how the hell did you do that? That is so cool looking. I've been trying to figure out how to do that forever. Check Airlines. I'm so high. Okay, very nice. Precious boyfriend. Well, now that whole sentence sounds really weird. I don't think I can come back from that. Sir, is this no, this is not. Floozy. Nvidia, charge point. If you guys have any request here on the TikTok, please go ahead and drop this request in the YouTube channel. And we're gonna go ahead and start going over those right now. So with the drop to the downside, I give you two levels to drop to, 86.75 and 84.85. Those two levels could set you up for an inverse head and shoulders with more room to the run to the upside. I'll let you know after live. Just found out. Oh, that's dope. Yeah, please let me know. Please, guys, if you guys are charting and not setting alerts, why are you charting? Got to do that. That's hilarious. That's weird that you've seen me, you know, all weird. Can I look at SPY? If you go to the YouTube and rewind it, I've already looked at SPY for it. Do I do fundamental analysis? It's not really something I do for live, but if the opportunity presents itself, and it's a stock that I feel fundamentally is going to be a good long, then yes. Man, I held Ulta for 5 years. Your thoughts? You probably just want to check the expiration date. Holy shit, dude, this thing is not moving range. That looks pretty awful, I have to admit. The whole daily setup looks really bad. Below the 360s, looks like Ulta is probably gonna start seeing some extended downside. But we'll take a look at that in a little bit. Okay, so some of the first requests that I got was Roblox, SOPA, Society Pass. Oh my God. All right, so oh no, our stock is broken. This thing really needs some milk. It is hurting. Um, Jeez. So I'd be looking at more fundamental, more solid catalyst. I'm not sure what even caused this stock to move. So it's kind of hard for me to give you like my straight like because even the levels here are wonky, right? Because you have a key level here. This is what I when I see a stock moving like this and it's slow bleeding, it just makes me think it's waiting for news. You've got a level that you're holding right now at $8, and you've got a level below you at around 635. But you're just slowly waning into these supports. You're not flushing, you're waning, you're just slowly cruising down. So what I would be anticipating is some type of news, and you need to start looking forward as to if you're invested in this company share wise, then it's something, or even long equity wise, it's something that you want to pay attention to, because really there's nothing else here to analyze, if that makes any sense. So Pfizer is the next one. So I actually, if you guys remember the analysis on Sunday, I believe, we talked about Pfizer. I actually think I said 57. I didn't expect it to happen, but the reversal and bounce, I think it still does. So I think that Pfizer at least hits this downtrend here, and that mark's probably going to be right around the same mark of 57.50. But that's where you would be looking for that break and downtrend. Yo, it's Jake from the other account. I run a Discord trading server. Would definitely have Sky High Trades. I own my own Discord as well. My friend. I appreciate the offer, but we have a fully loaded team, and yeah, all good though. I appreciate it, man. I wish you guys the best of luck. Um, yeah. So Lucid. We'll take a look at it. Facebook. Have I ever considered short-term rental properties? Yes, I have, but I've also been a renter. And I've been like, you know what? I kind of want to just do Airbnbs because I'm really good at historical preservation. I could do the work most of the work myself, hardwood flooring, window restoration, which costs way more than most of your average new homes. I could do plaster, lath and plaster. I could do all the old style stuff in the old style. So it's kind of interest to me to stay in a historical city. So yes, I will do Tesla. Yeah, Sky High Trades it's in the bio, but you would have to go through the premium wall. So um, but yeah, free fill to if you ever want to do, team up to help people. If you ever want to do a live teaching people. I haven't gotten to do that with anybody because I've been so busy, but okay. So this candle right here is whackers bonkers. This is actually pretty insane to me. And if you guys were anywhere near or around this candle, this has got to be a market maker candle. This okay, it's extended data. I was about to say there is no way that happened during the day. Okay, so I had extended data on, so you have to forgive me. 334.63. A series of a green run like this always has me feeling as if we're going to see a pullback. That being said, you can kind of see that we have broken what looks to be a downtrend. So I would look for some type of retest into that. So even retesting levels like 332. So if let's say CPI data comes out, the first initial reaction is negative. Maybe we gap down a little bit. Um, yeah, if you guys, anybody wants to do like a TikTok live and you have a strategy you want to share or an indicator you want to teach people about, like I'd be happy to be a conduit for that to happen. You know, I'm not the only guy on here that's doing what I'm doing, and I'm also only one style, or not one style, but I'm, you know, only one person, and I only know so much. There's things I don't know. I'm wrong sometimes, so yeah, I'd love to you know, open those doors. Um, but anyway, so with Facebook, anytime you run like this, you're starting to see kind of weaker candles here. Volume looks good though. And really, I would like to see either A, gap up, gap fill, consolidation here on top of the point of control, and then continuation to the upside, or B, a pullback, maybe even gap down, 332.67, 331.72, somewhere in there. I'd like to stay above that trend line, and then perhaps a reversal around that level. But CPI data is going to be huge. So broke buying these dips. Do you usually trade commons or options? All right, so let's do Tesla. And how can we arrange something? Elite trade signals, you're gonna have to. So this week and next week are probably gonna be insane. I got to catch up on meeting with people, and a series of other things. But probably IG, Twitter, or just Discord is probably the best way to reach me. So okay, so Tesla, I think everybody's looking at Tesla. I think everybody knows that Tesla. I don't know if every retail trader is aware that Tesla still has a little tiny gap to fill, and I do believe that they also had some price target upgrades. But Tesla does have a gap to fill to 12.18. I haven't checked any flow today, but it might be worth. Hold on, let's see. Tesla. So actually, so Tesla's been receiving some huge flow. Um, Not today, but over the last couple of days, we've seen some $1,300 strikes on Tesla, relatively large. Um, let's see here. I always like to look at the call flow. Tesla 1225 strike, 520 2022, $5 million in premium there. And that's a call. So just looking at the flow, looks like most people are bulling up. Again, you can see if I kind of step out here, you can see that this range is right around where you could consider a point of control. Um, I I see a breaking downtrend from the highs and in a dynamic way. So obviously using dynamic supports and resistances. But as far as levels are concerned, if you drop a level right here on Tesla, and I believe that is the 1080 mark. So you can see the kind of meetup of bodies and wicks here on that 1080 level. So I would be looking for a push past 1080, and the Manny will tell you guys this too. This is a really beautiful supply to supply, demand to demand. So with that, you could actually see a really nice push into the $1,100 mark. Of course, you're going to see something there, and then ultimately 1115. Past 1115, I would highly doubt that there would be anything to pull or drag Tesla back from those markers. So I like Tesla. I like Tesla after if we can get the climb above those marks. So JPM is long, bro. It's a dividend stock. Do you think Flow Algo is a useful tool for new traders? Is it worth the money? Charles Barkley, I personally, man, that's a hard question because I know there's some people who probably uh not like for me to say this, but I gotta say it. I don't think that you should pay for any flow services. I think that if anything, I mean, our Discord has a flow service in it. But I always recommend that before utilizing flow, find out what, even if it's just what do these people see. When I see flow, if I don't see what they see, I don't know, and it's a speculative trade, and that's it. But a lot of the times, it is worth trying to analyze and find out what other people see. So here's the deal. You're new, you don't know how to find patterns that well yet, but you see major flow. Okay, maybe there's a way for you to go online, go on Twitter, go look for consensus around setups. So maybe there's multiple analyze. So if you type in the ticker name on dollar sign ticker name on Twitter, you can actually look up the everybody who's posted about that, and then you can go and see how many charts. Maybe if you see multiple people posting the same thing, you can start looking at that, and you can start to maybe put that together on your own chart and do a little bit of your own due diligence, and that way that you can see, because obviously, like I even, when other people show me charts and stuff like that, I always, take it into consideration. So it's worth doing yourself. But I think that it's probably worth, before, if you're brand new, it's probably worth just taking some time before you buy any of those services. So I've already done Roblox. If you'd like to see Roblox, please feel free to hop in the YouTube channel. So the next one, let's see here. Um, I'm just making my way. I see hut guys. We'll get that one. Oh shit. Um, cannot check out what? I'm not from Atlanta, no, but I do live close enough to get their beer. Thank you for doing Tesla. Yeah, not a problem. We're about to do Microsoft here. Just a second. So, where can you find call and put flow? Are you talking about on our Discord or YouTube or excuse me, our Discord, or are you just talking about in general? Need Tesla at 1200? Yeah. Scratching my arm, by the way, everybody. Just in case. All right. So let's see here. Microsoft is the next one. So this is actually set up almost identically. So you guys see the similarities between that and Tesla. So Microsoft filled its gap, another 100% chance, with another high probability setup with that. Now, as much as this looks like the dip, and I would love it to be the dip, I actually have two levels here for you on Microsoft. Those of you guys, and Spiley looks to retest all-time highs. I mean, depending on the direction of the inflation report, we could actually see SPY around 485. Uh, the market's meant to go up. The market is forward thinking, so if it has a chance to go up, it will. But with Microsoft, which obviously has a lot to do with SPY's movement, I am looking for a 320 retest. So gap filled. The level that I had originally gave you guys of 305 retested this level right here. So we're now, our analysis on Microsoft has been literally on the dot. And so looking into this next move, I think because we broke, like the ceiling becomes the floor type thing, it is just as easy for Microsoft to recover those same levels as it would be for a rejection. So we're in a not great level, not a great area to be receiving things like CPI or something high impact like that that might affect stocks and tech. So all that being said, above 317.35, I think that's a great area for a day trade into the 320 level. And past 320, you've got key levels around 322 and 320. I think I got 323, 322, 88. But that's Microsoft right now. I'm gonna just be frank and tell you that I believe that it still has more downside, but not before retesting levels as high as maybe even 325. And then at those levels, so of course we're not trying to predict, unless something's evident or very clear, past 325, that's where I would start looking long for that opportunity. So um, yeah, I got you. Join my service. Your account got disabled? Hold on a second. Hold on one second. It shouldn't, your account should not be disabled. Yeah, Sky High Trading, you should be good to go, dude. Just log out on and off, I guess, and then tell me, what you think. Or yeah, that's weird. Okay, so do you hate Nvidia or something? No, I actually love Nvidia. All right, Hut is next, guys. I'm making my way as fast as I can. I'm not gonna half-ass any of my analysis. So if you guys, if you guys are feeling impatient, again, you guys here on TikTok, you guys can and YouTube, you guys can rewatch this later on, leave your request and come back. So it's completely up to you, but I just want to make sure that even if I'm not able to get to all of them, I just want to make sure that I'm doing a good job and giving you guys my honest opinion. A lot of these I don't look at before you guys give them to me. So when you give them to me, I mean everything that I'm doing is live. I'm not, I don't plan any of this. I certainly couldn't even if I tried. So it takes time for each one of these, and I hope the goal is that you guys can learn from my analysis as I do it. And what do you and I honestly I'm not disappointed, but I would love it if you guys would ask, but would bother me a little bit more with your questions. Why are you doing this? Why do you look like that when you do that? Whatever the case is. So I'm just kidding. Can I get? I think the um. How do you read tape? We got a video on that in our Discord, specifically on for that. Also, if you are in the Discord, you should be commenting on your request in the Discord in the live trading chat, so that way I can see you guys. All right. Hut, uh, frankly, doesn't really show many signs of recovery other than being really oversold. Um, Bitcoin crypto has been taking a absolute beating. So a lot of these crypto stocks have seen the worst of it as that has happened. It doesn't even really look like it has a clean line here either. Hold on one second. Uh, damn. So that's totally split. That I would say that that's not even a worth considering. I would say that that is. Um, and I would say that that might be, you might have a falling wedge, but I think nonetheless, the same thing with almost all these stocks. $7. So let's just do this supply zones, supply demand. So look at this level here, right? You've got a multitude of them, but look at this level here. So you see the bounce, you hold up multiple candles, you break, both candles open up at the 750 mark. So 750, 814, and then there's a gap at 835 that inevitably would flush or inevitably would fill to 840, 875. There's actually gaps. It looks like there's actually a multitude of gaps to the upside. So I think at the break of 765, 77, uh, yeah. Oh, gang. I do remember. You think text Tesla? Discord's in the links in the bio. Am I using predictive models to evaluate stocks? Maybe in some regards, yes, but not really. Um, I just answered you. Wait. Can you explain Docu Gap on daily chart? Sure, just a second. The link is in the bio if you guys. I do not have any connections with Discord, dude, homie. I don't know what happened, bro. I see you in our Discord, so I literally can see your sky high trades. Yeah, I see you in our Discord, so I'll message you and see. Hello. That's weird. You might have labeled me as our server as spam. Thanks, King Dingus. That's some good info. If you guys have requests, I see your PLTR requests. If you guys have those requests, please drop them in the YouTube channel, in the comment section, please. So, all right, I'm making my way down the quest here. All right, I got Tesla. Um, oh my God, Buttcraft, crazy. Is there a reason you trade SPY instead of, let's say, VU or FVXIX? No, there's no other reason than I really actually don't trade SPY. It's been a long time since I've ever bought a contract other than for a hedge. Um, yeah, I'm not a big fan of using ETFs other than hedges. So Alcola was one of the next requests that we have here. Happy to do this one. You guys know that I love Alcola. Um, man, I should have that's one of the ones that I kind of messed up the bag on because I definitely could have bought some equity around $12 when I first alerted it. Almost back last year in 20 October of 2020. Um, so regardless, I've got a pretty neat setup here on Alcola. So it looks like an ascending triangle to me. You can kind of pull this line up here. So nice wick. So right there. A lot of people say you can't beat the market. It's just easier to invest. Yeah, a lot of people told me a lot of things, but I just continue to do what I want, um, as best as I can. So, oops. Iwa, the link to our Discord is in the bio. Look, E7. Sorry, I had to do it for the stream. Um, so that's Alcola. Watch for Alcola, 62, 65. To the upside, you've got a small wick at 62, 87. But those two levels, it really looks great to me to curl up and break into new all-time highs. So I see this as a 70 to $75 stock by summer. So snow. Wow. Ah, man. So this one really feels Pot of the Bear. I want to know if you're pissed at Lucid for what happened earlier. I am absolutely irate. I'm not like actively pissed off about it, but yes, I am not happy. And just to be honest with you guys, it stung to have the one day that the gap that we could have afforded maybe even two contracts and made up for our loss. It sucked. It absolutely, to be honest with you guys, it sucks. I get the same pit in my stomach that you guys probably get when you're trading. You're not alone. It happens to me. I either through a state of delusion or just I don't know. I just tell myself, I just talk myself out of it. I literally talk, and I know that, we've talked about this before. Oh my God. Um, yo, I'm sorry. You guys just distracted the shit out of me. Oh my God. Yo, what is that? Get out of here. You guys on the Discord, man, saying I look like Harry Potter. But anyway, I straight up, I wasn't happy about it, but at the end of the day, we've talked about the fact that some people have like inner dialogues. I'm one of those individuals who has an inner dialogue as I read and think. Like I hear my own voice thinking. I guess. So I talk to myself like in my head, and I'll just be like, I got another trade. Like there's literally hundreds of gaps out there. I'm gonna find one. This is the only gap. And I feel like the when you're trading and something goes bad, tunnel vision, you start to see only that thing, and that's oftentimes how people get wrapped up in trades that they shouldn't. So I must have missed something on Lucid. You called it to go to 45 or something. I did. So I was actually looking to take the gap to the upside. Yeah. Um. Damn, Quinn. Quinn, you got some serious diamond hands. I don't know how you even open. I mean, I can't imagine how you open jars without breaking them. Pickle jars, no problem. Yes. So I'm skipping around, but Docu. So the Docu gap is somebody's asking me to explain the Docu gap. It is a major gap, obviously, spanning from all the way from 230. This was an earnings gap after they absolutely did terrible on their earnings report, and I think traders, especially retail traders, have been speculatively trying to nail this one, but it's has a clear channel to the downside. Uh, and I think that might be something that people are missing on Docu at the moment. Is it's yet to show any signs of that recovery, and it could take a long ass time. Um, I know, right? That's her hands right there. Starboy, what's up, man? Good evening, dude. So anyway, with DocuSign, I honestly would wait for a third wave. So 151, 153, somewhere in this little pocket here. You see that point of control? You see the whole ribbon indicator? Things are starting to look up. We got the TTM squeeze popping off. We've got multiple red dots, one after another. We've got an accumulation of volume. So either A, above 154 and 155, you see an increase in volume, and I would actually chop this gap into fours. So you guys know how my rule of thumb is usually 50% of a daily gap, and go ahead and take profit if the gap is large enough. So I would say that there's a slices of this gap that we're going to take slices out of. So a couple of levels to watch for, and I'm going to show you guys right here. Um, Star Boy, why not Star Man? Watch Nike for a swing. Pick shares. I've seen people talking about pick a lot. Um, but I'm wearing I got the Nike swag. Maybe I should. I do know. I actually really like Nike. But so my opinion is you get above 155, set your alerts now. Don't wait until the day before or after it actually moves. What did I just set an alert on? You know what? Let's take this real quick opportunity to set some alerts so that way we do not miss this trade. All right, let's guarantee that we do not miss this trade. So we know one thing for sure is that we want to see the stock above the 9-day moving average. Okay, that's one. So we can go right here. We can go 9-day moving average crossing value of, or you can actually do the price crossing the 9-day moving average. So you can set an alert on price action, or you can set an alert on the actual 9-day moving average. I have set alert on the actual dynamic trend line. So right click. Yeah, for sure. Wow, there is a delay on YouTube. Um, Be right back. AA gap up tomorrow. If AA gaps tomorrow, make sure to take a little bit of profit, my boys. So how can I set an alert on a trend line? So you literally draw the trend line. If you guys are on YouTube, those of you guys here on TikTok, you guys can see everything I'm doing on my YouTube channel. So make sure to go subscribe and hop in there. We're live right now, and you can go ahead and actually, you can keep this video forever. I mean, maybe leave my face out of it, but so draw your trend line, make sure it's nice and accurate. If you guys do not know, I know, I'm sorry, I'm shouting. Go over here, see the little lock, or see, where is it at? See the magnet? Turn on magnet mode, and oftentimes the dynamic trend line will snap. So you can use that, and it will magnet mode will uh help you, and I think it's on mobile, it's a little bit more useful. But so anyway, you can right click on that trend line, and it will say add alert. Now what else do we want to happen here? Let's go to the lower time frames, because if this happens, it's not going to be automatic, and we need to set some alerts. So 147, let's go set some levels on this hourly time frame. All right, we're going to need to expand this chart. All right, so let's do a little bit of surgery here. We're going to want to look at where is a conflict. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, flush. Okay, that's a level. All right, now we need to go and break it right here at the top. So that little tiny range. So from 146.90 to 147.40. That, and that's actually a decent size. That little range right there, that's the upside target. And below downside target 141.12. How the F did you not know about magnet mode this whole time? I don't know. Well, now you know. And now you're a genius. Now you can teach somebody else. Save them. So but yeah, magnet mode is great. So drawing anchors will be snapped to the closest OHLC values on nearby bars. How can I watch you on YouTube? If you want to watch me on YouTube, please go hit the link in my bio. All right, so set alerts on 146.75 or the horizontal ray that you just laid down, 147.50. There you go. You have a little tiny micro gap at 140.54.23, so I'm going to set an alert there as well. So now we have enough alerts. Now, one last alert, okay? Because this one's probably more important than anything else. Although, I will say that Docusign has some garbage volume. Garbage, like in general, just seems to have like terrible volume. But that being said, let's look at the hourly. Go ahead and set an alert on so the link is in the bio. It should be right there. Nvidia is next after Lucid. Or oh no, never mind. They didn't want Lucid. Nvidia. Yeah, we'll do Nvidia next, I guess. Okay. So we're gonna go to add alert on volume. Add volume alert. We're gonna do volume crossing volume moving average. Oh, we're gonna do once per bar. And there we go. So now every time the volume crosses its average, we get an alert. I did not do MU. Oh, PLTR. That was the next one. So we'll do, all right, let me do PLTR first, guys. I said I would. All right, so PLTR here. Again, level to level. This one's actually, man, oh, we called this dump, didn't we? All right, so this one's real simple. Look at that. Pop right there. That's 1727. That is now your release gate for a trip up for a retest around 1785. So as you guys can see here, you saw a really nice V shape. That definitely gives me the feeling that we could see a proper retest coming soon for PLTR. I'm going to start off this high. I'm going to drag it down. I don't like that at all, actually. Hold on, let's put it 4. Maybe it looks like it failed to even hold any type of support. So going forward, PLTR back below 1650, continuation to the downside. Relief bounce retest 1785 and $18. So thanks for going that trading view quick tutorial. Of course, yeah. And please, guys, always ask me, bother me. Even if I mean, don't spam the chat, but bother me. All right, I'm here for the help. I can't help unless you guys ask. But if you guys are on TikTok, you guys need to ask on the YouTube because it's hard for me to scroll up and down the 900 billion comments that there are. PLTR buys a shit ton of gold. So this is what PLTR is to me. PLTR is a 25-year company because data is obviously going to be crucial going into the future, and PLTR deals directly with data. And they are, I'm telling you all, if we could go and do the fundamental research on PLTR and it's backed up, we could go and look at most major top 500 companies and go see that they have a PLTR or a Palantir login on somewhere on their website for developers, etc. They are and more than likely will be integrated, whether we know it or not, into every aspect of or nearly every aspect of data management when it comes to huge companies. So for PLTR, I anticipate a 15 to 25-year run. So if somebody is, when you're DCAing, this is the thing that new investors are struggling with, is the fact that they're not going to see that money turn into anything this year, maybe not even next year, maybe not even the year after that. But after 5 years of DCAing, you've got an unbeatable average. And no matter what, you're leveraged and set up that you can always use options to leverage yourself. So if you really, if you know what, the best traders are investors and traders, and they're knowledgeable about all markets. And I think that if you go and talk to any professional trader, he's not going to be dumb on any one type of thing. Even if it's technicals, he might know a thing or two. Because obviously, most of these guys that are doing the investment brokerages and stuff aren't looking at total technicals. So, but anyway, PLTR 2045 expiration. Put the script down. I'm actually not reading from a script, but here's what I tell you is not in the script: me banning you. Yuck. Have a good day. I guess that's kind of dope, though, man. Thought I was just reading from a script. I was actually just reading from my mind. Yuck. All right. People are weird. All right. So let's look at Nvidia. Long-term DCA for the win. This is the thing. We ain't got to be nothing. All right. And I don't care what anybody else thinks. I'm going to do what's right for my account. So if I want to be a long term investor and trade options, that's my ass, not yours. You know what I mean? And obviously, it's not the worst thing that I've ever done with my life to be ADHD and not focus on one thing. I don't, I think I've been that way. I just don't believe anybody. I think that's my first level of, I don't believe anybody when they say anything the first time. I'm like, I mean, and I'm talking about information and trade. Like, if somebody tells me that there's only one way, I'm automatically looking into other ways because I'm like, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't know why, but I just don't believe you. And there are people who are adamant that trading is only for idiots, and that's probably because they couldn't do it and they didn't get past any hurdles. A lot of people are 2, 3 hurdles deep and they can't go any, they're done, like that's too risky, too scary, I'm done. And so being able to like tie a safety line off using good risk management and being able to dive into that and learn. So but anyway, banned the you can get it from YouTube for the no. Oh, no. Ban him, ban him. I understand there, but statistics. So I would love to go in depth on the statistics that the companies that still short you to this day are putting out about retail failing. I just find that, I think we all can agree that news resources in this day and age are okay with bending information, and we have seen that within the stock market. If you guys do not think that there are articles to deter people from ever stepping foot into this area, you are tripping. And when I hear, it's like almost like everybody's turned into the institution's gremlins because they just do the work for them. They deter everybody for them. Yeah, you want to go ahead and go Wall Street bets mode, you're going to get smoked. End of the day. And I think that most people want to run, they want to get rich. They want to get rich now. There's no long game. And so, yeah, 95% of your people are might be just trying to get rich really quickly, but I don't think that you're taking that those statistics are accurate when you're reviewing somebody who's in their first year of trading. Yeah, you're gonna lose. So and you might not perform something. Hey, did you get rid of the guy impersonating? Yeah, I did. I got rid of him. Uh, I am answering your guys' questions right here. TikTok, it's me. I am answering questions on I'm answering questions. So yeah. Yeah, yeah. Um so anyway, as far as Nvidia is concerned, sorry I broke off onto a tangent. Uh it's in a downtrend. I believe that we actually talked about Nvidia with the hourly close. Beautiful, beautiful pullback, our bull flag. And looking at the way that it closed even into after hours, I love it. The level that I really want to see it past is right here where the volume profile is, and that's 280. Shit, excuse my language. I got like yawning Tourette's. 281, 15 and 285. So there's actually, and that's actually a decent amount of room. I think 285 is inevitable. 289. I have a 293 or 295 target to the upside. I think Nvidia goes around there, and I think that it hits this downtrend. I've kind of argued with myself on whether or not this was a viable resistance, and I think this is a case of what could be confirmation biased. Either one, we don't know until we see how the stock reacts. So, in my opinion, after looking at it from both, body to body, candle to candle, and then considering the fact that this may be a standard deviation channel, you can go and mark that channel out and try and take note on how accurate it is. And it's not super duper accurate. So I think I like this with a more angled downtrend. So, but anyway, I like 293.50 and 295 to the upside. So it does look like a giant falling wedge. Yes, it does. It does. Yeah, I always explain my perspective, so I try to. Um, all right, so what is that? Yo, yes, Patrick rewrite. Oh, I thought you were talking to me, Patrick. Everybody's calling me Patrick. All right, let's look at Apple. So again, just like Microsoft, just like, and I talked about Apple today. When I see candles like this right here, guys, I expect a pullback. I expect Apple back down 173. I'm going to say it again. When I see candles that look like this, I expect a pullback. When I see candles that look like this and they approach a resistance, I expect a pullback. 175 is a resistance mark. So the fact that we close there and we close there with relatively weak candles. This hourly candle's super bullish. These candles are super weak. There's low volume. There's not much there. So if Apple was and is going to continue downtrending, this is where it happens. Otherwise, see you later, Apple to 177.75. So I expect either A, pull back 174, 173.85, bounce, and a break up towards 177 with market cooperation, SPY to the upside. To the downside, anywhere below 173.25 and the 200-day EMA at 172.30, Apple down to 166.65 gap fill. How do I trade in a bear market? Buy puts instead of calls and invert your chart, and then you're done. No, I'm just kidding. That's not how you do that. Don't. I'm just joking. But to be honest with you, it is kind of like that. It's just an inverted version. If you're still using key levels, you're still looking for weakness instead of strength, and you're looking for people to step up at certain levels and bring the stock back down. If you guys are still on TikTok and not on YouTube, if you guys don't mind leaving some likes here on the stream, I do really, really appreciate it. MU has been a top request here as well, so let's look at MU. So did any? I don't think we even talked about that. Did anybody take MU puts with me the other day? Those are gone. I think I took profit on those 2 days ago. But did anybody swing those puts on MU? I don't think that it was live. That's right. So I don't think that it was live. Did anybody take those that downside? Damn, man, that thing. Woo! Look at that. That's sick. I like that. That's pretty cool. Okay, so let's stop. Falling wedge, rising wedge, excuse me. But this is a hourly pattern, which means that okay, let's teach everybody something. Those of you guys who are new, TikTok, YouTube, check this out. So in a wedge, no matter what the time frame, you can measure the wedge from top to bottom and expect a 50% retracement of the pattern itself from high to low when you're looking at rising falling wedges. So for this one, it's not going to be 50% totally 100%, but usually, so if you look right here, the first initial bounce is right there at the 50% mark. And then you drop down just a little bit lower. But it's not, a lot of times people will say reversal patterns. We're going to consider these retracement patterns. Wow. I'm professional. Excuse me, I apologize. I believe we did do Roku. How do you spot the levels we need to break through to see more price movement? So experience over and over, obviously looking for the same thing helps. But I'm looking for multiple rejections at the same point. So I want you guys to do me a favor, and I want you to go and practice doing a few things. Drawing these rays and dropping them on your nearest, like when you see something like this, when you see a deadpan reversal off of a level and there's still prices up and down on both sides, drop a line right there. Because I would like you're going to notice, watch this. That just happens to be where we open up. So we open up. So what do we talk about? Gapping up, gapping down. We gap up and gap down to key supply levels, key demand zones. That's how we get these gaps. So this zone, you break up, you retest. Look at the retest. Beautiful. Right there, 88.93, and you break back up to the upside. So those key levels, when I'm looking at where are we going to bounce, I'm just looking at where did we reject? Where did the price stop? And then when I'm looking at what is if I want to know the probability of breaking through it, I'm looking at two things. I'm looking at volume profile with obviously some data behind it, meaning I need to have some time behind it. And I'm looking at the strength behind these levels. So each bar, and obviously how far it's out, is representing the strength and volume. And you can even see yellow, which is going to be considered yes selling, and blue, which is going to be considered buying. And so those you can see right here, 95 through 93.50, that's some high volume trading. And you guys keep hearing me talk about how where all these stocks are at pivotal levels. Well, look at MU. We're right up against a high volume shelf. If you rejected and you fell from here on Apple, Microsoft, everything, right? So if we fall and we go to MU's $90 even. So that's where I would short MU tomorrow. I would short MU below 93. If I shorted MU, that's what it would look like. It would look totally normal, right? So gap up, watch for a gap up on MU to, if you gap up to 94.73, see you. See you later. You're done. You're donezo. You're gonna fall. If you do, in fact, break that level, I'll give you 96.75. Have I already charted PayPal? I don't think so. Do I work? No, I do not. I mean, I do. Yes, I mean, I work my ass off, but no, I don't. Please do DWAC so they'll quit spamming. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should not do it. No, just kidding. But really, I shouldn't because I don't know why any new traders are in DWAC. But did that make sense on MU? No, we did. We did Nvidia. MU is good. Okay. Oh no. Jason, yes, I do have a subscription service. So, outside of what I already do on YouTube, TikTok, and the free part of the Discord, we do have a monthly, yearly service for people who want access to the other guys. There's other, like 7 other admins, and then Flow, as well as Dark Pool news stuff, all sorts of shit. That was probably not the best way. I'm not like trying to sell right now. I'm not. I guess I'd rather you go and check it out yourself. Hop in the Discord, go look at the free video, and then kind of make an evaluation there. So, but yeah, you guys are on. No. It's all on YouTube. So that's why we're trying to do these on YouTube. And you always reply. Big thanks. I'm gonna look you up. Yeah, Jason, hop in the link in the bio and we'll check that out. Clove is getting ready for a squeeze. Don't sleep on that. I don't like squeezes, but Clove has been down in the shitter for a long time, and I think a squeeze might plunge it out. SMCD, thanks for the stock Twitch subscription. I appreciate that. Don't tell them about the OF. That's only for us. That's right. It's only for us. All right. If a stock gaps up and then gaps down equally the other day, does that count as a gap fill or does it likely fill the second gap? It fills both gaps. Again, if you gap over a gap, it's still a gap. So yes, gap is a gap is a gap. Have you don't square? Have I done square? No, I haven't. Besides the daily chart, what chart should I be using to look at for an entry? I think that the hourly is probably the best middle ground if you're entering a contract with time behind it. LMT, if we go to war, LMT will roar for war. I need to turn the latency down. So, all right, I'll do DWAC. I'll fucking do DWAC. All right, so, all right, DWACers. So DWAC, so $65 seems to be where you're getting squared off at. So that's going to be a key level for you, period. Uh, Second level on DWAC. If I'm entering a contract for Friday, I should be looking at the 15 to 5, and I should not be holding them for any longer than 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, I forgot to lower the latency, so. Um, why don't I get a job? Darius Garland, because I make really good money trading stocks and stock options. Um, yeah, that's all I got to say about that. I mean, this is my job. I also am a father, which is takes up a lot of my time as well. So, anyway, I mean, I'm just going to give you a key level on DWAC, which is 6650. You need volume, you need sentiment, but you also need to remember that DWAC is a market maker play thing. You will get waxed. You will get absolutely waxed. So below $60 again, goodbye. And this really looks like a double top, y'all. Really, it looks like a double top. So I honestly kind of want to short it now that I'm looking at it right now. But um, gotta have money to buy options. I mean, I'm not much for the hustle, like the whole like guru shit. But here's what trading did for me. It changed my mindset because before I was waiting on something to fall in my lap. And when I got into trading and I realized that everybody was taking what they wanted rather than waiting for it, I was already I was experiencing a lot and I was trading, I was not trading. I was trading, but I wasn't putting that much effort into it, or nor was I with investing. Um. Uh. Yeah. So. Yeah. I mean, if no, I don't, and there's a good reason behind why I don't. But like that whole I just lost my train of thought. I only have 300 to use. Then I would wait. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So when it kind of urged me to like kind of take action and start doing more, that's when I started looking into other routes of income. And I really was willing to put myself in uncomfortable positions to an extent, obviously, where I had never done these things before or I never tried these things before. Guys, I mean, yeah, I mean, like my whole like life, I kind of have always just if I wasn't happy at what I was doing, I just left. And when I was on my own, that worked out well. When I had children, not so much. But I always made sure that I had something else, and I always, was trying to put myself in a position to level up somehow. But when I was making money, I mean, I was trying to use my money to make money, and I was always researching on how to do that. And so even if it was Amazon or uh, I had garage sales, and I would take like a three quarter, like a quarter of that money, set it aside. Anytime I got a Christmas bonus, I was setting it aside. Acorns, guys, Acorns actually really helps as well. Savings apps, they all work. So, I mean, I'm gonna reach out to Truebill. If you guys don't use, there's a service called Truebill. I signed up for it. I've been using it for, I don't know, maybe about 2 or 3 months. The shit's actually really cool, and it really does help you see. That's been the main thing that I've been focused on is managing every aspect of my finance, not restricting myself from enjoying my life, but at least tracking on what I'm spending. So, but anyway, uh, Dish is in talks with merger with DirecTV. That would make a lot of sense. But anyway, so I'm done rambling. Um, how much did I start trading with? I started trading with $500 and then $500. And then after that, I did $500 and then $500 after that. So um, I pretty much just kept putting $500 in, and of course would blow the account. I would take the account sometimes to 10K, blow the account again, take the account to 9K, blow the account again, and at time after time, I was hitting these marks, and then I realized what I was doing wrong, why I kept hitting this high mark, and then losing. So. Um, Sorry, sometimes when I'm telling stories, if you guys ever hear me lose my train of thought, I read comments and then like completely forget what I was talking about. So, um, yeah, be careful with options before you start trading them. It's good advice. All right. So I think in the Discord, we're pretty much done with the request. But those of you guys, Corey, I know that you're in the Discord, man, so you can definitely how many times I blow my account? Probably about like 9 times. Yo, Garrett, what is a great stock for long term? I need one for a school project. Rolly likes ABML. I like UUUU. I like PLTR. Um, Clue. I like psychedelic sectors, but those are speculative and extremely long term. Uh, oh my God, you give 70K back 3 times in 2022. Rick, brother, you can literally learn the same thing with less. And that's what I want to help people avoid is those really really heavy losses that are going to make it hard. So the losses that you incur at the beginning of your trading career are going to be the losses that literally shape the first year and a half of your trading. That first part is going to define how you, because what if you run head full speed into a wall, like you're gonna have a bad taste in your mouth, and your decision making is gonna be flawed. So it's the ones who I'll tell you guys from experience, from teaching people from not knowing anything to teaching people and seeing them take their own plays. It's the people who understand that this is going to take time and that they are looking long term. They're looking at the long goal. So they're able to walk away during the trading days, not try and make it all happen at once. That was my first year. Well, hopefully the second year that we do you do better, man. And feel free to obviously ask questions. So um let's do cat real quick. That's uh dead ass. So cat actually, let's look at the daily. So we're gonna want to. Oh, okay, that's better. Perfect. So let's do a candle analysis and let's see what this is. What's happening here? Yeah, 420 Einstein. How did you get the? And did I get the house? I have not fully secured the house, but please, you don't have to pray, do whatever you guys want. But if you have a thought or a minute to just, we're really hoping that they give us a call because we've got 7 days to execute. This is literally like Mission Impossible moving, like the moving episode, because this shit is absolutely bonkers. So when it comes to cat, let's do this candlestick analysis. Look at where we bounce off of 216 and a recovery all the way up to 219, almost 220. That is going to give you the start of what is likely a flag. You're either going to flag out here or you're going to start some type of accumulation pattern. But that is a lot of bread going into this stock. You lose this wick, you continue downside. You guys saw what happened on Tesla? Same thing there. So if you are looking for cat long, watch cat long above 222.50 with volume with a retest of 226.24 and then ultimately retesting levels of 227 and 228 to the upside. So, and then to the downside, again, you lose the 216 downside. So, is there a chance I could do PayPal? Yes. So I think what did I do? Square? I forgot what I just did. Holy shit. Yo, that's bonkers. So I can't, yeah, I can't do that. Yeah, for sure. I actually really like that guy's keyboard though. That shit's fire. Yes, I'll do team next. I've seen your cruise. Yeah, for sure. So good movement on PayPal here. Now, I want to bring up something that's a little bit outside of technical analysis. And what I want to bring up is the fact that with more crypto adoption, there are less of the 2% charges. I know some of you guys probably saw the interview with Chamath. And he was just saying basically like stocks like Visa, MasterCard, and even PayPal and Square that you should stay short on. Now, I don't think that Chamath is a genius. This dude's honestly picked some really fucking bad stocks and did a really, really bad job at being transparent in those positions, even though he wanted to talk about them transparently when they were going up. He didn't really talk about them going down. And we saw some absolute melting. Those of you guys here on TikTok, please hit the link in the bio, hit the YouTube channel, and that's where I can see your guys' questions. Otherwise, this is moving a bit too fast. If you guys, yeah, yeah, for sure. Hold on a second. But anyway, Pot, Potter with the button up looks like a college professor. Gang, gang. Let's go. Uh, You're damn right I'm quick, man. What the hell? That was the quickest delete I've ever seen. All right, so let's keep it clear. PayPal, beautiful move inside this range. So you haven't broken range. You bounced off of 182.87 body open, but you do have a divergence. So you're squeezing really heavily here. You've got earnings in February 2nd. Still have a little bit of time before earnings. So you'd be looking at the 198.45 level for PayPal, and then ultimately 202 and 200 and 200 or 202 would be levels that I would be watching here. So Seth Bowers, no problem. So anyway, PayPal 198, 197, those are key levels. Once you get past 202, 201, you can start eyeballing the gap. Again, set alerts, set them. A movie night. Uh, when do you guys want to do movie night? We can do we could do this weekend or Friday after hours. Thank you guys for following me on TikTok. Or on YouTube. I appreciate that. All of you guys, whoever just followed me on YouTube or both YouTube and TikTok. Wolf of Wall Street would be a classic way to start opening up. I honestly think that we should do, maybe like I really like the Titanic. How to Train Your Dragon's really good. I don't know. Just kidding. um, oh, Aussie. Ouch. 13K into 1900. How do I know which stocks to look at? I look for really good liquid stocks with good volatility, nice delta. If you guys are in the TikTok, make sure to leave a like. If you guys are going to hop over to the YouTube channel, make sure to tap that screen. I do appreciate it. That's that one. Okay, so team. Oh my God. Yo, team. Damn, team. So nice doji candle, really nice follow through. You get a doji here. I think it's really key that you break 317, 320 on the dot. And then that'll allow for a retest of 330, the 330 range, maybe even as far. So you do see this downtrend. So you've got a gap on team right here, starting at so you got 350 where it closes and it opens at 346.60. So you have a gap to the upside. Your downtrend is here. And I believe that again above 330, you're likely to head into that 350 range. So all right. 1 second. Those of you guys here on TikTok, move my head. You move your head. Um, yeah, if you guys have any requests, hop on YouTube. But those are Ellie's favorites, and you know it. Confirmation on direction. How did you connect your Webull with TradingView? I did not. My Webull is not connected. Could I please take a look at Roku? Chris Mau. Sure, I can do that in just a minute. Um, all right. So anyway, that's team. We'll do Roku really quickly. So actually, I really like Roku. In this channel, I think it's got to go, y'all. And I'm not sure if anybody in here took Roku to the upside, or whatever, but Roku, 189. So I actually was trying to take this long today. May or may not still be in that long, but uh, yeah, I got team, and if you want to go watch the team, just go watch YouTube. I just went over team. I went over all of these. So if you guys have any, what's up, SoFlo? If you guys have any questions on what I've already gone over, hop into the YouTube and check it out there. Dude, I'm about to just hire you as a moderator, make you do it. Um, you did Disney already? No, I have not. All right, it's 10 o'clock. It's 10:10. Um, Seth Bowers, if you have any questions about the premium side, I don't like to use these places like TikTok and YouTube, like as places to like go over. Um, like I'm not trying to get new people to try and like join the group. That's the opposite. We want new people to wait, and take the time, ask questions outside of it. So if you're new and that describes you, then obviously you stay on the outside. But if you're curious to see what's going on in the inside, in the Discord, there is the map channel. And that's going to basically give you an idea of everything. So, but with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close it down. Make sure you guys, if you guys are going to be with us tomorrow, I will change the latency on YouTube, so it should be quicker tomorrow. But be sure to join us tomorrow at 8:30. I will stay on TikTok here for just a moment, answering any last minute questions. But those of you guys on YouTube, thank you guys for tuning in. Those of you guys on Discord, I will be live earlier in the Discord than I am on TikTok or YouTube. So obviously, hopefully nothing happens between. Awesome, yeah, Seth, for sure. But if anything happens, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, I did talk about Tesla already. Yes. So um, Discord, the Discord is worth it. By the way, thank you. I appreciate that. We'll try to make that happen. Wayne Weezy. Is that two stacked horizontal screens or just one? So that's actually not horizontal. They're just regular screens. Both all of these are regular screens. This is not. This is a LG Nvidia G-Sync fucking some 32-inch monitor. I don't know. I gotta make if anybody's ever done like the I don't know, what is the Amazon affiliate where you post all of the things that you use and then people I don't know, something like that. But anyway, yeah, thank you, I appreciate that, and we're gonna work on it. But thank you so much for all of your help. Only discovered you a few weeks ago. Wish I'd found you when I started in 2020. Well, it's a new start now, man. So just focus up and ask as many questions as you can. So. All right. Those of you guys on the outside, TikTok or YouTube, I will see you guys in tomorrow. Discord, I will see you guys bright and early. So, peace out. All right, TikTok. If you guys